Well, it was a much-anticipated heavyweight tilt between the BC Lions and the Winnipeg Blue Bombers at IG Field to kick off the week on Thursday night. And, well, if it was a heavyweight tilt, I think the Bombers came out and landed a couple of big ones early.
Yeah, they sure did. Those haymakers right off the bat. Their first two possessions, statement made. Zach Collaros, max protection, opportunity to try and push the ball deep. First possession, he goes over the top to Dalton Schoen for a touchdown. What does he do for an encore? Second possession, exact same thing to Kenny Lawler. Lawler, an absolute monster in this football game, but it all got started right there on the first two possessions of the game, and that really set the tone for the evening.
Well, this is against a defense that hadn't allowed a touchdown in their last 44 possessions. They came out and got too early, and then Kenny Lawler kind of did the rest. I'm not sure Winnipeg needed another weapon, but he's 2 games in now, and this was a big one. Man, he looked good.
Yeah, he sure did. Kenny Lawler was everywhere in this football game. Dalton Schoen had over 100 yards in this game, but we're not even talking about that because Kenny Lawler hit 200 in this one in just his second game of the season. 93 in his first game of the year a couple weeks ago, and follows it up with this. It's kind of a frightening trend when you look at just the embarrassment of riches when you talk about the offensive arsenal of the Winnipeg Blue Bombers. But yeah, Lawler, an absolute monster. Didn't look like a guy who had been away from this team for a year, just seamlessly fitting back in with his quarterback, Zach Collaros.
After the game, Kenny Lawler caught up with our John Liu.
Kenny, you weren't here for the first game against BC, so how much sweeter does this win taste for you and your teammates?
It feels good, man. It feels good. When we go out there, last game gets shut out as an offense, it's a little bitter taste that we have in our mouths. But, we just got to look forward to the next time we beat them so we can get our lick back, and that's all it was today, man. And we just go out there, fight hard together, and, that's the end result.
You and Zach Collaros have such long-standing chemistry. How key was that to the opening 2 possessions of the game where you guys broke it open very early?
It's key, man. It's key. But a play don't care who make it, man. We got unbelievable guys in every position. That when the ball's up in the air, we're gonna go get it. You've seen that today. The dogs is out there, man, and we just capitalizing on that.
You, Kenny, your second 200-yard receiving game of your career. At this stage of your career, what does a game like that mean to you?
Oh man, it's the standard, man. It's the standard. That's how I look at it every day going in, and we don't get too high on something like this because this is what we work for all in the off season, man. I'm grinding. I'm waking up early. I'm getting after it, man. I'm packing my lunch pail, going to work, man, and it's that's what we do it for. We grind all off season so we could reap the benefits like today.
Thanks for this, Kenny.
No problem. Thank you.
So after a 50-14 win, the Bombers and Kenny Lawler will go face his former team in Edmonton next week. And for the BC Lions, Dane Evans left this game, but Vernon Adams is coming back for a game against Calgary.
Yeah, and that's obviously big for the BC Lions. Dane Evans did his best to hold down the fort, as did Dom Davis, who played the second half of tonight's game. But Vernon Adams looks to pick up sort of where he left off, a guy who got off to a phenomenal start this season and really makes that BC Lions offense go.
But what we're really excited for is October 6th in Vancouver, where the season series will be decided as the Bombers and Lions meet one more time.